We're talking the latest news and rumors regarding our Detroit Lions, and in this video, we're going to break down the latest trade rumors. A new name popped up. We're going to talk about that player. Lions versus Dallas Cowboys. We're going to talk about the Lion, what player is coming back that the Lions are going to have to face. We're getting some players come back. We're going to talk about that and the draft and our position. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a sound and smart idea to walk up to Michael Myers, slap him in the face, pull off his mask, and call him he ain't nothing but a B, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. And sometimes being a Lions fan, feel like you could be hunted down and massacred. Also, take that like button with you, let that bad boy get slashed. Let's get into today's Lions rumors. Bye week is over, but I hope you guys had a great bye week. For me personally, I was sitting on the couch watching some NFL Red Zone all day, eating and enjoying the day off. But we got to shift our focus now towards Week 7, Lions and Cowboys. This is a huge game. Dallas Cowboys, a really good football team. It's going to be a challenge for the Lions, and if they want to straighten up their act, they would go on the road and get a win. But it is a difficult game. We're talking about a Dallas Cowboys team that's got a good offense, but most importantly, an extremely difficult defense. This defense is no joke. They got some names on that bad boy, and it's going to be tough for the Lions to pull out a victory. As we continue on towards this video, we're going to get into that game. But if you've not subscribed to the channel, what the hell are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. The goal for my channel is to hit 26,600 within 72 hours. Right now we're at 26,556. Go ahead and subscribe. Let's continue growing this channel. Again, the Lions have a big task ahead of them, but we are getting players to come back and help our team out in this game, and this is so essential for the Lions to get some of that help. Looks like that DeAndre Swift shall be coming back for the Lions on the run game, our special playmaker right there. We need him. We need that explosive play going against a difficult team, a great defensive line, and an outstanding linebacking core. So we need the best running back on the field for the Lions, and DeAndre Swift. He's going to be making his debut, his 2022 debut, rumored at least. Jerry Jacobs, our great cornerback who we drafted last year picked up as an undrafted rookie. Man, oh man, we need help in the secondary. This guy is physical. I cannot wait to see him on the field. It's going to be tough for the Lions there. He's making his career debut, rumored again. That is Joshua Pascal, the edge/interior defensive lineman who we picked up in the second round of this draft. Oh my God, thank God we are getting him. That's going to help up hopefully Aiden Hutchinson, and we get to see what he can bring to the Lions. We need every player on the field because he is an absolute boss, and John Kaminsky looks like he could be returning after having a surgery a couple weeks ago. Oh, I hope he can play. If he can, that is great. We need his help because ever since he left, the production on the defensive line was non-existent. But we also have a player right now who could be returning, and it's rumored to be returning. That is Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys, their starting quarterback. It's going to be difficult for the Detroit Lions as, look, Cooper Rush has done a good job, but Dak Prescott is their guy, and it's just our luck that the starter is going to come out there. Michael Gallup is back for them. It's going to be a tough battle for the Lions and this defense. And our defense right now is cheeks, absolute cheeks. So he is going to be having an opportunity to slice us up. What is the line right now for this game? Well, the Detroit Lions are a major underdog in this bad boy, as Dallas is a 7-point right now team for versus the Lions. They are favored to win by 7 points. Freaking row. Dallas is going to be tough. And what do I think about this line? First off, I actually think this is a decent line. I think the Lions is not going to cover this bad boy. I think it's just going to be a little too difficult with that defense and that offense. It's going to give us some problems. And when you're talking about what Dak Prescott's going to want to do, he's going to want to come in there and freaking smoke us. So if you are all about doing betting, like I said, I don't believe the line's going to cover. Go to chatsports.com/linesbet. Bet on the Lions not to cover, and you can win some money. Lions 125. That is the promo code. You get a 125% deposit bonus. Let me know what you got going on there, but that is just my observation. Should the Detroit Lions trade for Sidney Jones? Let me know in the comment section why for yes and for no. What do you think? Should the Lions get the corner? Let's continue on with a trade rumor. The Detroit Lions are rumored. I read this on multiple sites. This was a trade idea from multiple sites. Like, I could name off the sites, but you all know all them if you just search Detroit Lions. And it's Sidney Jones, cornerback from the Seattle Seahawks. He's 6 foot, 186 pounds. He was drafted in the second round of the 2017 draft out of Washington. He's 26 years old, so he's not the youngest guy in the world. But what has he done this year? Really nothing. Not a lot. 4 solo tackles and everything has zeros across the board. They're not really using him in Seattle. That's the whole thing. They're not really using him, so that's why his numbers are pretty pathetic, because it's just not being used. But what would the cap be? What would the trade compensation be if the Lions decided to go this route? Well, his cap's nothing really. We can afford it. It's $1.6 million. So that's going to be nothing for the Lions. We have the ability to do that. This is what my package I'd give is Seattle would get our 6th round pick. The Detroit Lions would get Seattle's 7th round pick and Sidney Jones. So basically it's a swap if the Lions want to do this route. I'm not going to give up just a 6th round pick for him. I want something back because that's what I want. He's nothing special. And you got to understand the Detroit Lions are 1-4, so I'm not really wanting to give up a whole lot of even a 6th round pick draft capital for him unless we get something in return. So that would give us an opportunity to have we have currently 2 6. It'd give us a 6th and a 7th and Sidney Jones. So it is a player. So I think that's what I would do. If I'm doing a lone pick, no, I'm not doing it. If they're not willing to give me a conditional 7th or a 7th round pick, something like that, I'm not doing this trade just for one player. I would rather go into the draft and select players. It's going to help out for the long haul because in all honesty, let's be real here, folks. Is our season going to turn around? We're going to make the playoffs this year? Absolutely. It feels like not. It's not going to happen. So I want to keep as much assets humanly possible. That is my spot. What about draft position? Let's talk about the Lions and the Rams here because it's really important right now. So after the game so far, the Detroit Lions are sitting at 3, Pittsburgh 1. We moved up to the 3rd spot. Carolina Panthers lost against the Rams. Boy, they look like an absolute mess. I don't think we're going to be able to get the first pick in the draft. I mean, again, we do face Carolina this year at Carolina. I think that does decide who the first pick in the draft is, but Carolina's a mess. I watched that game. They had it on Red Zone quite a bit, and I must say they are in a world of suck right now. Absolutely terrible. I mean, they're having fights on the sidelines with their wide receiver who they're probably going to trade. It's just, they're abysmal. They got a pretty good defense, though. They do got a pretty good defense, but their offense is absolute cheeks. And I don't even think they could score that much on the Detroit Lions defense. That's how bad it is. The Vegas Raiders, I think they're going to win a couple games. I don't think they're a 1-4 team, or the second pick in the draft team going for. I think they'll get a couple of wins there. But more importantly, what about the Rams? They're sitting at 22. They had victory over the Panthers. I was hoping the Panthers were upset, but it didn't occur. So what do you think? What does it look like for the Lions in the other pick? So I do think we're probably going to be a top 5 pick for the Lions, but what about the Rams pick? If you look at their schedule here, it's pretty daunting, and they're not that good. The Rams have a lot of issues. Again, I watched that game as well because it was with the Panthers. They'll probably lose San Francisco. Tampa Bay probably lose that game. Arizona Cardinals, that's a flip. New Orleans Saints, they could win, lose. They're going to lose at Kansas City. Seattle Seahawks, better than they are. The Raiders, they could win that game. Denver Broncos, they could win that game. At Green Bay, going to be difficult. At Chargers, going to be difficult, even though it's the same facility. And at Seattle, they really could have an abysmal record. The Lions could legitimately have 2 top 10 draft picks. And that's fantastic for the Lions. We need all the help we can get. No doubt. That's what it's all about. So look, the Lions, I'm not rooting for them to tank at all. I want them to win. I just think it's going to be difficult for them to win, but we damn well can root for the Rams to lose, and that schedule is brutal from what they're doing. So continue to root for the Rams to lose, and then the Detroit Lions can get a better draft pick. That's what it's all about, folks, is getting that better draft pick, helping the team out. We need help across the board on this team, and we need to get better in all parts of this bad boy. So let's root for the Rams to lose. Folks, in the upcoming videos, we got videos dropping on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the One Pride podcast. Lions at Dallas, live watch party on Sunday. We are back at it again on my channel. We're going to enjoy that game as best as humanly possible and have fun doing so. We'll go ahead and get at it.